Self-sustained rural community development is vital to the economic and social progress of Lagos State. Just as the family is the center of development at the community level, the community is the center of development at the state level. No meaningful development can be achieved at the community level without the synergy of the stakeholders. So, promoting rural development is essential for achieving sustainable development goals. The administration of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu and Dr. Obafemi Hamzat is committed to building on the cordial relationship that exists between the state government and the rural communities. Hence, the decision of the government to ensure the people of the grassroots greatly enjoy the dividends of democracy.
Lagos is organized around communities, the smallest unit being the ward, and you have CDAs under the ward, working together to just ensure we deliver values to the people, and that that governance actually reach every community in Lagos. Apart from the state government affecting the community, you also have the local government affecting the community. And everyone, whether it is the state government, the local government, and the ward, it's all aligned towards the theme's agenda. So every program we are undertaking, whether it is in water, whether it's in lighting, whether it's in healthcare, in terms of roads and drainage, in terms of empowerment of our people through all kinds of training and empowerment program that we undertake. Even in terms of how we engage the vulnerable under SOKU, the social net program, they are all targeted at the respective pillars of the team's agenda.
As part of this, the Ministry of Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs, year in, year out, organizes the Community Day celebration. The day is preceded by week-long activities of different types. Though the COVID-19 pandemic brought considerable limitation to the program, nevertheless, with the observation of all protocols, the activities were still observed. As it has been the tradition, the Community Day of year 2020 was to celebrate the people at the grassroots for supporting Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu and Dr. Obafemi Hamzat's administration. It was to recognize and appreciate the various communities for embarking on various self-help projects such as roads maintenance, electrification projects, construction of boreholes, drainage clearing, evacuation of waste, promotion of peace and stability, and giving advice to the government on issues concerning community development, among others. This year's event commenced on 11th December with a Jumat service held at the Central Mosque, Alausa, Ikeja. Here, Muslim faithfuls gathered on behalf of the communities to give gratitude to God for the privilege to serve the people. It was brought to an end with prayers for the communities, the local government, and the administration.
We came to observe the Jumat service in the state central mosque. We prayed for the ministry, and we prayed for the country as a whole. And we appealed to Almighty Allah to protect this state from reoccurrence of the unfortunate situation we had during the crisis.
The program continued the next day with the health walk. This was done at the Secretariat, where members of the community associations had a walk around the Secretariat. The exercise was aimed at improving the mental and physical well-being of participants. It also provided an opportunity to socialize with one another. As part of the activities, a visit was made to two social institutions, which were Lagos State Government Rehabilitation Center for Persons with Disability, Owutu in Ikorodu, and Modupe Cole Memorial Child Care and Treatment Home School, Akoka. Gifts were presented to the residents of these homes. The grand finale was held at the Police College Parade Ground, Ikeja, on the 22nd of December 2020. This event was full of glamorous, alluring and appealing cultures and traditions of different LGAs and LCDAs, which were well represented at the venue. It was attended by state and local government officials, CDA executives, members, community leaders and others.
The importance of Community Day is just to bring people together once in a year to share ideas, knowledge of what has been happening in their various communities. As you know, CDA is a selfless service. People have been, within the last 1 year, have been embarking on projects that is meaningful to their community. And it's a thing of joy for all of us to be in this arena, because this is the time we reap what we sow. This is the time we give credit to who credit is due. This is the time that most people who have contributed their energy, money to do projects, they will be accorded that award.
Mr. Governor, who was in isolation after contracting the COVID-19, joined the celebration virtually. This was received with wide jubilation and euphoria from the members of the communities who were glad and happy to see him. In his address, he urged Lagosians to adhere to the state government's directive of wearing masks, washing of hands and social distancing. Furthermore, he reiterated the determinations of his administration to ensure that community-based projects are executed across the 57 LGAs and LCDAs to engender development and reduce rural-urban migration. This is being implemented through the ongoing 377 statewide projects and evidence of a promise kept.
And there are things that you can see that your government is indeed responsible and alive to its responsibility. Let all of us just comply with all of the regulations that they've given to us. Please, we need you alive. I need no gbogbo wow. I need no kilera kowa larawa. Ilera de ma bawa dele lagbaro lo.
Speakers after speakers spoke about the theme of the celebration, which is Promise Made, Promise Kept, More to Come. The theme appropriately drives the current infrastructural development sweeping through the LGAs and LCDAs. It attests to the promises made to transform the rural communities and reduce rural-urban drift. The continuous practice of the government in engaging CDAs in meaningful discussions to promote the state government's themes agenda is also a sign of promise kept.
It exposes the possibility and the norms of the government with regards to community development to grassroots people. Many people don't know the importance of the system of operation of the either CDA or CDC. They don't know the operation. But with this pattern of governance and pattern of our collection here, it will encourage members at home to really understand the impact of the government in their communities.
According to the First Lady, Dr. Mrs. Ibijoke Sanwo-Olu, year 2020 is a year in which caring for each other came to the fore so as to be able to overcome threats, live harmoniously, and form a common front to address merits of issues. She enjoined every member of the community to be the eye of the government in their respective areas.
The outgoing year has been a tough one that threw up a lot of challenges and altered virtually every aspect of human existence, especially with the unprecedented and unanticipated coronavirus pandemic. Indeed, it is a year that the essence of caring for each other came to the fore and community. While the country was contending with the high realities of COVID-19 pandemic, the pandemic of rape and all forms of sexual and gender-based violence, death is often heard. In this regard, the Lagos State government has done a lot to step up advocacy against sexual and domestic violence. And the point to emphasize here is that our community leaders must help government to cascade the message to the people that in Lagos State we are absolutely against such heinous crimes. Let me also seize this opportunity to urge you all to continue to be the eye of government in your respective community by ensuring that these lives and properties are safe at all times. We must strongly protect public assets in our communities and ensure that they continue to serve the purpose for which they were provided in the first place. As our community continues to grow each day, it is also important for us to clarify our core values and principles. The clearer we are on our driving values, the better we can collectively support one another and make a unique contribution to the state.
As usual, the day would not be completed without the usual parade by different members of the communities. This was also witnessed virtually by Mr. Governor as he watches different communities in jubilant and elated mood. As the norm demands presently, the parade was done with full respect and regard to the rules governing the COVID-19. With the understanding that the government cannot do everything, members of the communities consider the yearly Community Day event as a day to give account of what each community has done in the past 1 year. It is always a day that they look forward to, as each LGA and LCDA aims to outperform each other in winning the prizes.
It's an annual event at which we normally, government do appreciate the positive contributions of CDAs, community members for taking part, for contributing to the development of their various communities. When you encourage people who are contributing to the development of the community, it means you are asking others to emulate them, to do the same thing. Government alone cannot do it. We have to join hands with our government to see that we do our own bit in order to see the communities, the people living in a more conducive environment. And at times, it's an avenue to pass information about government policies and programs to our people. And this is what we are doing.
It encourages all the CDAs that have performed so well within the year, the CDAs that have put up projects, the CDAs that have protected the projects government built for them. A day government recognizes all such CDAs and encourages them to do more.
Community Day is a yearly event in Lagos State. All the CDAs, CDCs in Lagos State will gather together, come together to celebrate, to enjoy. At least we met last time in December, and this time around we have also come to showcase our various projects in all CDAs and CDCs in Lagos State.
Thus, a major component of a celebration was the recognition and giving of awards to the community development associations that executed more projects than the others. These began with the consolation prizes presented to 10 different communities that excelled across the 20 LGAs and 37 LCDAs in the state. Again, this was as a result of the various landmark projects embarked upon and achieved in the course of the year.
The community has impacted a lot in my community, especially most of my CDAs want to embark on various projects, developmental projects, because they know that at a gathering like this, state government will come to inspect this project, and peradventure they can win vehicles, and they can win transformers. They can win a lot of, like last year, a CDA in my local government, New Dawn CDA, embarked on a project of 30.1 million. And at the end of the day, they didn't win anything, but they were given 500,000. But at least they were given something. Invariably, because of that, most of the CDAs in my CDC are now carrying out projects for them to also be part of this program. So that when they are here, they can also win consolation prize, they can win the vehicle, they can win anything. And that alone has introduced the CDA to the rest of the world.
What we are doing today even help our community very, very well, because you can see people sitting down conveniently, happily sitting down, and they have hope that the government is still behind them. Even with, none of us think it will come up. But when we hear about the COVID, we intentionally decided that yes, this thing is over. And thank God for the courage to make sure this thing is being done. And we are very happy. God will bless him.
It's an important program for we in that area because it gingers us in proceeding in community works so that we can have say in the celebration like this. We have about 4 projects in this community day.
It has tremendous impact on the lives of community generally, because this is an occasion where we get rewarded for most of these self-help projects that most CDAs have done throughout the state.
The high point of the award was the emergence of the best 3 communities that delivered top-notch projects in their communities. The third position went to Itesiwaju Odokekere CDA in Ikorodu West for their efforts at constructing a community school and employing teachers. The second position was clinched by Peace Estate CDA in Ayobo, Ipaja, for the construction of drainages, 21 culverts, grading of 21 roads amongst other projects. The overall winner was Oshun CDA in Ikosi Sherry for the construction of embankment, construction of roads with interlocking paving stones, construction of security houses, installation of street lights, and other projects. These communities were given cars as rewards.
Delighted. It is an impetus to do more. We appreciate what the state government has done. It's a source of encouragement so that we can also do more on our part to make sure that our community is in a very good position in the state generally.
We are very happy. This is not the first time. This is the 4th bus being won by Ikorodu North in the entire Ikorodu division and in Lagos State. We are happy. We want to thank the governor for this opportunity. It's a developing area, and we are going to do more for development of Lagos State and Ikorodu North generally.
This is a major achievement for us in our estate, and we appreciate the Lagos State government for recognizing our self-help project that we have done across the years.
Of course, this is an opportunity that we have, that it means that government is listening and government is observing all the effort we have been doing. You know, we really appreciate the work. On behalf of the entire estate, we want to show extreme gratitude, and we want to thank him for recognizing our self-help project for our estate.
The week-long program came to an end with a Thanksgiving service at the Chapel of Christ the Light, Alausa, an event graced by representatives of the government and the communities.
In the mighty name of Jesus.
The importance of the organized communities to the development of a state cannot be overemphasized. A faulty, unorganized and unstructured local community can lead to a state devoid of progress, and in the same way, a state that recognizes and gives attention to its communities can record accelerated development, as being demonstrated here in the state.
Community Day is a program that we love so much in our local government because it allows the CDAs to showcase their projects. They showcase their project yearly, and thanks to the state government, Mr. Sanwo-Olu, normally every season that Community Day is being done, they present them grants, at times vehicles, different types of, just to encourage the CDA. And we so much appreciate it. We love it so much.
As a pace setter in every respect, Lagos State government has not sidelined its communities. The state has continued to create opportunities for its communities, which is the closest to the people, by supporting them financially and encouraging them through various projects. As the administration strives to facilitate speedy development at the grassroots, promote cordial relationship, peace and communal living among its citizens, and as the state advances towards having a suitable and sustainable engagement with the communities, which is a matter of priority under the theme's agenda, the administration of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu and Dr. Obafemi Hamzat is working to ensure that the communities are carried along in its Greater Lagos agenda. Such purposeful approach would be of immense contribution to achieving the Lagos of our dream.